Hi, everyone. Welcome to this installment of virtual tastings and free education here at Henry & Son with me, Jill Mott. I've been chatting with a lot of guests lately on the phone, friends on the phone about, new wines, new things that are coming in the shop, and there are certain products that when I speak about them, people are like, "What? You have that in the shop?" And so let's jump right in. I was like, this is what we should be talking about on this installment. First and foremost, Copenhagen Sparkling Tea Company. Yes, sparkling tea, people. I love all things Nordic. I'm part Norwegian and Icelandic, so when I found out that we were getting a Danish anything in the store, I was really excited. This is a project that is combining Nordic innovation with Asian tea traditions, and the results are spellbinding. We have sommelier Jacob Kosemba, who, along with his business partner, Bo Sten Hansen, are creating really small batches, only hailing from organic ingredients that you can't believe the result. They're just like such new flavors. And for those of you who like kombucha, who like the nuances and umami of a sour beer, you'll really, really love this. In this case, they spare no expense. So they've got the cork and they've got the cage. The packaging is really beautiful. And in this case here, they made a tea called Bla, which means blue in Danish. And it's a blend of jasmine tea. There is some Darjeeling tea. There's some herbal tea blended in, and then a little white and green tea. So just kitchen sink of amazingness. And then they sprinkled a little bit of grape must, so grape juice. And that just doesn't even sweeten it. It just rounds out those tea tannins and that kind of ruggedness of tea. And then, of course, you have the bubbles that are just gorgeous. When I poured it for the first time, I mean, the froth is just perplexing. It's so pretty. And there's a little squeeze of lemon juice as well to kind of brighten up the package, almost like the metaphor I've used before with certain wines or beers, a little salt in a baked good. It does that. It just brightens up the whole 9 yards. Mmm. Oh, a little potpourri. That jasmine tea really comes to the fore. It's If you've never had a sparkling tea before, this is the first one I've ever had that has been in a bottle. I've had some weird stuff out of a tap in New York, and they were cool. They were fun. They weren't nearly as well melded and comprised as this is. You really do get um, just the refinement of like a beautiful white tea, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, chamomile. Um, it's extremely complex. Give it a try. You could mix it with a cocktail or something, but it's absolutely just gorgeous on its own. Next, we have a project called Thompson and Scott. A woman, Amanda Thompson, came up with it. She really wanted to make a sparkling wine that she could drink for brunch, drink at night, drink to celebrate, drink perhaps like me in the bath on a Tuesday night, but she didn't want the alcohol that came with it. So she decided to make an alcohol free sparkling Chardonnay that is made in a vegan fashion. Now I hear all this and I'm like, I don't think so. Well, Jancis Robinson and her crew have said this is not only the best sparkling wine that's non alcoholic that they've ever had, they touted it as being one of the best non alcoholic wines, period, they've ever had. And they've tasted hundreds of them. All the grapes are organically grown, they hail from Spain, and chalky, kind of sandy soils, which make it kind of soft, perhaps. But when I smell it, whoa, do I smell green apple peel. I smell a little bit of bruised apple. And definitely the chalkiness comes out. You can tell it's going to be nice and bright and acidic. Bone dry, electric. I'm recording this at 11 a.m. You can bet I'm going to go home and have a glass of this in a half hour. Because why? It doesn't have alcohol and it's delicious. You could definitely make a really nice, delicious mimosa out of it, but it is almost too good and it drinks beautifully on its own. So when you're wanting to have wine and you don't want to have alcohol, or you just want to have something that's delicious, uh, drink the Thompson and Scott organic sparkling Chardonnay. I'm going to leave a little bit in my glass because I think it's very apropos to taste this next product called Proto. Now, this is a really interesting drink. A gentleman by the name of John DeBari out of New York He concocted this. He's run some of the best bar programs in the entire city. Mamafuko is one of those. His cocktail books are really well regarded. And he wanted something that not only the best bartenders could mix, but something that could stand alone and people could drink it as an elixir themselves. I love kombuchas. I love tonic waters, great quality tonic waters. I love soda waters. And this is kind of couples in with all of that because it drinks like a health tonic, but it's also a great mixer as well. Now, John got the inspiration from this because he loved intellectual drinks like fortified wines, amaros, vermouths. And so when he decided to create something that didn't have alcohol, he was like, I want to make something as intellectually engaging as those spirits. And I think he did a great job. He started with blackberry, which is really, really cool because that's the only sugaring ingredient in this whole package. This has such low amounts of sugar. It's got less sugar than a lot of kombuchas, which is awesome, meaning no sugar added. I just mean perceptible sweetness. There's less in here than there is in your average kombucha, which is crazy. I'm just going to add it to a little bit of the sparkling wine because why the heck not? Make a little infusion here myself. In this proto, we've got two of them. In this proto, which is called the Ludlow Red, we also have one called the Rivington Spritz. This has got a little dandelion. This has a little chrysanthemum and black pepper. Yes, black pepper. And when I tasted it on its own for the first time at home, I was just blown away by the richness in the nose and flavor. And you definitely get a touch of that black pepper. Ooh, and mixed with this? Yes, I like it on its own, but mixed with this is great. I also really enjoy it with sparkling water. It kind of loosens it up a bit because it is a really tight beverage. They also, on Instagram, posted a recipe for a tiki drink that includes the Ludlow Red. And I will include it at the end because it's really, really a beautiful beverage. You have to make a little walnut spice infusion, which is really easy to make. And then there's a little pomegranate juice. And then it's just like, garnish it with a little like cilantro or edible flowers or something. And you get like a really awesome, healthy, I want to say non-alcoholic beverage, but I don't really think about it like that. I think about it like instead of a morning kombucha, I'm making this little drink and it's just so fun to drink. It's delicious and it's like very thoughtful, which I really adore that. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about the books we have at the shop. People don't know that we have natural wine books like this one called Natural Wine from the People from my dear friend Alice Firing. We also have a book called the Cocktail Codex, which is like this big and like this thick. And if you're looking to up your cocktail game, it's great. Some copies are even signed. We've got, I'm just looking, we've got like loads of books. We've got loads of books on how to make non-alcoholic cocktails, wine education books. So if you're in the mood for deliciousness, but you're not in the mood for typical wine, you want something left field, all of these drinks are perfect for you. You want to learn more about wine, of course, or NA drinks or the like. Ask us. Give us a call at the shop. Ask us what we got in. Happy to help you. Enjoy from my glass. Cheers. Be safe, everyone. Cheers.